confidence pick. They're not going for the standard top side front line for Yagao and for Loken. They're actually just trying to play through all points on the map at the same time. They're going to be able to find a kill until level 6 at the least, like we were talking about. It's very difficult, like right there, the Flay goes in
double Gravitum flash. Okay, we're matching here with the death sentence. Haro coming in as well. Gravitum needs to come in a second time. The flash burnt, they want to kill Lumao. End of the line, the blade well as well. Flay back, but it's still first blood given over to Haro as Yagao comes in this trade. Not going to be good. That trouble bubble connects, so. And they're on the wrong side of the map. Zoom flying in, wants to sweep them, but he has no mana. Heals up with a pot. One more tick necessary. Flash burnt, Paddle Star blocked. Haro low, Shockwave pulls him back, but Yagao picks up his first kill. Kanavi's in as well, and Rogue Warriors have walked into the den of beasts. Kanavi swells once, a second time, and Bambi kills you. What a weird timeline.
Rogue Warriors, that's the thing about the Samira pick and why she has such a low win rate in the LPL. I feel like her playstyle is way too telegraphed. You look at what Rogue Warriors have, they're actually running Cleanse in their own bot lane, so they can't really do anything 2v2. They need Haro to force, and Chocho overplayed his hand by
Lilting Lullaby, Trouble Bubble, Yagao's coming in, he burns a flash, and that's Zoe already, ladies and gentlemen. In a weird position though, is he's double flash to commit, or rather just the one. Yagao should be going down here. Chocho and Michi want the kill, Ziv's teleported down, and Michi will get the kill in the end. 2-1 and 2. I'm not sure if there was...
I will say, though, this is a trade that they do prefer in most of their games. JD Gaming is one of those teams that does like to have very high Herald control rate and will give up early Drakes for Herald. Some more action coming in. I like Chocho's position. He's going to go over the wall onto Lurimal. The damage is coming through, but Chocho has to flash away because he does not have that perfect timing on him at all. And really good W coming in from Michi. He's actually able to get away the Felios ultimate. Zoe does get the Drake, but it looks like Yagao's gonna fall down. Oh, it's gonna take a while. He actually still is alive. How does he do that? He's standing on 100 HP and he gets out, and then Zoom comes in and finishes off the kills. JD Gaming winning all over the map. Forge, he can't get away. No one's able to live here, and JD Gaming walk away with everything. Still going in onto Michi. Michi able to get out, but does have to burn a flash for that one. And a massive win on JD Gaming's part.
Clement, I think I'm back. Maybe
hello,
Lyric's taking the
I miss
internet.
you so much.
Hey, how was it? What happened? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard, you know, casting from home.
Jungle going road to JD Gaming. It just feels like JD Gaming are just waiting for the finishing touches.
Save Chocho. Box plays down, range from Loken. Swellseed could get the Lilting Lullaby, but they're interested in the burst. Soulflare wasted Flay as well. Chocho in a slow death. Have you been waterboarded before? That torture method felt like that kill. Chocho going down, call the fortune.
I like what Rogue Warriors are doing right here. They're basically goading JD Gaming to engage on them.
Bowling ball. Oh, two people. Lilting Lullaby. Now, Bellows Breath can stop this, but not in time. The hook comes in anyway, and Chocho goes in while his team's half asleep. Ziv just gets uppercutted to the face, and that's Divine Sunderer for you. The Ornn is not fed, but JDG are. Kanavi in position to come in for a 3-man, but Lilting Lullaby was used. Swellseed hits a wall, and that's how easy it is when Rogue Warriors wait for you to come to them.
How did Ziv go down that quickly?
Oh, no.
Haro.
Oh, Yagao. Okay. Well, Ornn's not tanky enough, Clement.
I'm just at a loss for words how fast an Ornn could die in that situation. Luma with a great death sentence gets Ornn in place, but just the damage coming out of Loken and Yagao, way too much to handle for Rogue Warriors right now. They're going to get the Drake on JD Gaming's side and pretty much just walk away with this game already close to a 10k advantage. This is vintage JD Gaming. They either win big or they go home.
Let's talk what we talked about in the segment, right? Where JDG are one of the only 2 teams, including Rare Adam, that have only had 0-2s or 2-0s. Right now, JDG, you know, they win fast or lose fast, as Clement was just saying.
They do seem like the personification of MLXG himself. They always not played a single game in the LPL just yet of this split. And Kanavi might be in a little bit of trouble.
Let's see. Hex Flash over the wall. The Dark Passage not taken. He goes Golden Call. The Forge God to line him up onto the jungler. Lilting Lullaby not used in time. And Kanavi gets shut down, but Loken still wants to ult through. It's a 3-man Calibrum, but Blade... 5 mid.
Yeah, this is a little bit too easy for JD Gaming to deal with. They see all 5 members at this point, and Zoom is also looking for a perfect engage. Chocho has to go in.
Yeah, going low though. Kanavi's dead again. Call the Forge God used down the middle. Rogue Warriors have a numbers advantage. That hook lands on the Forge as Ygal's trying to bring back the fight. They hit Michi, but pulled on back. Down goes Lumao as well. Chocho burnt out. Zoom going golden. JDG 1 by 1. They march into this fight now left with a 3 versus 5. Low health bars for Rogue Warriors, but somehow they're still okay. The burn down from Yagao, it's not over. A 2-man knockup onto Ziv. Loken there. The shockwave lands, connects, and successfully Rogue Warriors win a fight because JDG threw it away.
Oh my god, today has been the day of epic throws. That was so unexpected. JD Gaming were up almost 10,000 gold before that fight. They throw it all away and they trade 5 members for 1.
Right.
Are you not entertained?
I wish I lagged out. I wish I lagged out and I didn't have to see this. I want to go back to my robot people, man. I don't know what's going on. Lilting Lullaby available. Kanavi, can he get the steal? It's low. He's dancing around. Lilting Lullaby. No, he's dead. Oh, I appreciate the commitment, but Rogue Warriors are going to get the Baron and go. Samira, that's in a better position, that can contest and deny Loken.
This is just so odd to see, you know? It's feel like your teacher gave you
After the big fight that came through, Ocean Dragon was picked up by JDG in the end anyway, so they are 40 seconds from Ocean Soul, and that would just change the dynamic again.
We do have staggered timers. That means JD Gaming can fight for one objective and then pivot towards the other. They don't have to make a split sacrifice, which basically means that JD Gaming are just going to focus on the first one that comes up on the map. It is going to be the Ocean Soul. And I like what Rogue Warriors are doing. They're going for the catch.
Yeah, getting caught out, but lilting Lullaby into the backline. Michi getting low. Hextech Ultimatum lined up in the middle as Zoom's going to use that Sterix Gauge onto 4. The Ephelia Assault. They've cornered them. They've choked them down. Loken going to hit pretty damn hard here as well as the play from Lumao. Michi coming in off the side. He's going to go into GA2. And Rogue Warriors getting hit from so many different angles. It's like a club sandwich, except the bread is stale. JDG have 4 members left standing, and around the pit, Kanavi, make it 5, are going to get the Ocean Soul. Onto Haro, ready for the uppercut. The movement speed there, waiting for one more auto to hit. Gets the sweep, and down go RW.
And that's just the entire game to go along with it. Rogue Warriors, I thought they were just trying to hold the ramp against JD Gaming going to the Drake, but they go for the chase further into the jungle and expose their entire backline. Michi couldn't get into that fight until it was basically over. He had to expend his flash to get back in and instantly goes down into GA. So that 5-1 and 3...
this is the first Ezreal we're seeing in 2021 on the LPL.
This is pretty damn interesting. Ezreal was all the rage during preseason with Divine, so it's actually quite favorable in those trades when he gets up close.
He has already used it. The hijack is now available though, so can't steal away from the Naras if Scott of Duck misses up there. Meanwhile, we're seeing a fight while Kanavi just goes in onto Chocho, who has no mana. One more Q, and first blood is so easy, like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah, and Rogue Warriors, I don't think they thought that one out. They tried to play a double fake and get JD Gaming to base. They were like, okay, we're not actually taking the Herald. Haha, we're coming back and taking the Herald. And JD Gaming are like, hey, so are we. So they just walk back in. They get the very easy kill off of that rotation. And I just think this is really funny. It's really showing the character of these two teams.
It is. Undertow? No, Smite secures. Ygal spots him out as well as he just lured in. Oh, man. Double showstopper, but one ignite to rule them all. Lumao picks up the kill anyway, and this feels big early game for JDG. Haro goes back to where he believes he can get some damage down onto the Dragon. They lead towards Soul Point, but they're 2,000. Point out that, you know, the Essence Reaver picked up. Do I have time? Let's be real. Do I have time? Michi's coming in as well. Solar Flare layers down. Kanavi puts up the shield of defense. He's only on 4 stacks, can't get the 5th, and the Iron Spike Whip means no healing from Gore Drinker. Ragnarok from Haro, but the follow-up stops there.
HP before he was able to land anything on his part, so JD Gaming actually just went out on the poke.
The ward behind pit, though. Can they get a steal? Forge comes in to burst it down. No. Over to JDG for the first Infernal Dragon of the game. RW not spacing towards that river. They back away, and JDG, with a successful take of the objective, can just transition to the top Herald.
Yeah, unfortunately for Rogue Warriors, they did come into this a little bit late, and they weren't able to catch anyone with the Sleepy Trouble bubble. They weren't able to land any of the crowd control coming in from Chocho.
Ooh.
So they kind of just let the targets walk away, and once again, they're not contesting here because Ziv is on the bottom side of the map. They're at a numbers disadvantage here. This is the cost you pay for letting your top laner fall too far behind. You have to make it up to him later in the game.
But at the very least, if he decides to come in, teleport water's right there as Lumao gets low down. Solarflare doesn't hit anyone, tags him on the side. He flashes away but dies in the end. The steal there, no. Over to Kanavis, he's back against the wall. And RW, as a 5-man group in the pit, now have to keep them away from the Herald as Starfall to fly through into the backline. Kanavi doesn't care about the Herald. He wants to fight. Heals up with the Gore Drinker. Shockwave to follow through, and Loken's over the wall. Misses the Arcane Shift, rather, Mystic Shot. JDG to pick up the fight, and the Herald goes. Loken loves this champ, and he's feeling pretty comfortable right now. And Haro, I'm not sure if you want to be here. Facebreaker brings him in. He doesn't have Ragnarok. Haro is dead. And the kill's unfortunately going to go over to Lumao, but Ygal TP's in for it. And, oh, okay. Zoom. Is he going to die? He's going to go to Mega Nar. That one misses from Ziv. And unfortunate opportunity because the rest of RW coming down now. Lumao on the chase. Michi, you must run. True Shot Barrage. That hurt quite a lot.
Definitely did, and you have to ult to get away from that one. Another flash too.
Oh, Shockwave. Oh, no. Well, that was kind of anti-synergy from Lumao, but Zoom still gets the kill.
Doesn't really matter. JD Gaming is actually that useful, or you get that many invisibility procs during a team fight. But, you know, not really better options.
True Shot Barrage lands again. Lumao starts to engage. Shockwave, though. Oh, no. That ends all Shockwaves. Lumao has set this fight up, and Yagao has silenced it. Ragnarok waiting for the facebreaker. Lumao absorbs the tanking. And that's all she wrote. Yagao and Oriana, Agent 006.
Why is he 006?
Because Yagao is Dragon number 2 for JDG. If they can pick this one up, it's such a big gold lead. It looks hard for RW as Zenithblade doesn't connect. Soulflare either. They just kite it out. That's so many abilities used. Loken Arcane shifting forward and forward with Kanavi. Haro running for his life, and JDG have them in a choke. The Grand Starfall hits that said choke as the Trouble Bubble is over the top. Ziv, Haro running for every dear piece of their life. Loken will get yet another kill, and Forge, Ziv have nothing to look forward to in this life.
And I finally get to see an Ezreal go invisible. That was pretty fun to watch. He does get the Dustblade proc here, and it just feels unfair on JD Gaming's side. You know, Ziv is always winning out so hard in the top lane. He's 70 CS up onto Ziv. There's nothing that Ziv can do right here. He's being completely forced out of the game, and they're going again. For more.
Oh, they're going to go too far. Kanavi getting bursted down. He's just dead. JDG trying to kite this one back as Loken even has to arcane himself. Ziv in with the Abscond Abduct. They're onto Loken. He gets popped down, and oh no, we're doing it again. Just like we saw with V5 and EDG. They've pushed too far, and JDG will suffer 3 dead for the consequence.
It's pretty interesting because Rogue Warriors are extra amount of skill shots in the meantime. That's what ability haste actually transfers to. So it is much more intuitive in terms of your damage output. Now JD Gaming are going in.
Baron, teleport, Lumao starts this engage onto Forge, going golden for buy time. Ziv on the backline, but Zoom's zoning them. Forge is just dead. That's the Zoe down for the counter. Zoom's about to transform into Mega Nar. He wants to go in, but doesn't have the flash available, waiting for the Starfall that flies through the sky from Kanavi. Chocho for the re-engage. He's dead too, and he knew it, as Ezreal goes invisible yet another time. JDG just going to head back to the Baron.
Not sure about that angle from Forge. He teleports, he comes in at a very awkward angle, just dies instantly. And this is just so free for JD Gaming. There's absolutely nothing that Rogue Warriors can do. The most they're looking at is probably just a compensation in the mid tower.
So you have to remember what's going to happen now. Ygal's not even going to let him get the mid tower. Ziv has to back away.
Poor Ziv.
And you're hoping for the Infernal Soul that Rogue Warriors can get something in this game. But
so it actually ends up doing a lot more than you would expect.
It's just nice to see on range champions now, right? We're so used to seeing it on melee champions that throughout the change, it's an interesting factor, is going to get ulted back as Jojo. He's dead again. That is the second time Lumao has picked him up and slammed him into the dirt in about a minute and a half.
Yeah, I love the way that JD Gaming are playing this one. They have the bot lane pushing, so most instances people would assume that the rest of the team is either on the top side or further away, kind of shadowing Zoom, but they're actually standing in front of Zoom. So what thing is that, hey, we're gonna chance the possibility of us running into a 5v4 for this pick, and a lot of teams will not expect it.
I don't think even I'd expect it. Control bubble landing here. Starfall once again for the dive onto Haro, waiting for the Ragnarok to come through. They burn it out. Kanavi with the shockwave actually brings in Michi. Rather Yagao, excuse me, as the poke comes through. Kanavi heals up a little bit though. And JDG, they're pushing up in for the base. They want to end the series here, Clement. Baron buff helps them get double inhibitor, and now it's onto the Nexus turrets.
This is going to be Nexus defense for Rogue Warriors. The whole column of super minions is coming in, but they have to go in. They have to be the aggressors on this one, or JD Gaming are going to finish.
Battlestar clears most of the way. Forge has been doing most of the damage as well, but that cannon minion with the Baron buff should be doing the rest of the work as ult's back in. Zoom gets a 2-man, and onto Forge. There's the damage threat down. Ziv stolen ult onto Loken, but Loken saved by his support, while meanwhile Zoom and Kanavi busy in front of the fountain. Goes invisible once again. Loken appears in front of Michi. Look at that Ezreal damage. Arcane shifts forward, pokes him down. Haro gets pulled in. One more Q necessary, but the game's over. And so is the series with JDG showing us